Here we have the Bishopsound power amplifier, the BSP7, very similar to the BSP9. This one runs 1200 watts RMS. First thing we notice is the instruction guide in the top of the box. We need this because it's got those all-important settings for the amplifier when we're rigging up the system. But for the time being, let's just place it to one side. The amplifier itself comes in a poly bag and also comes with a very, very strong mains lead, a UK mains lead. Let's put the mains lead to one side. It's quite heavy, so be careful how you lift it out. It's in a poly bag. I'm going to take the poly bag off. So there we have it. We have the Powerline 1200. So the amplifier itself has two volume controls, and it also has the power light on the front and a light which tells you when it's clipping. When it clips, you'll hear it. You'll hear the sound change, and it's really, you're asking the power amplifier to do far too much, and it's actually hitting its peak. So if the red light comes on, okay, you can tolerate a little bit, but not too much, because you don't want to distort the sound. So that's the clipping light. It lights up when you're asking the system to do more than it wants to do. Let's have a look at the rear. First thing you'll notice, there's the mains input with a fuse carrier at the top, which protects it from any surges. And also you've got the chance to operate it in 115 volts, or you can operate it in 230 volts. On the back also you have the outputs. The outputs are a 4-pole or speak-on output. You have this in A and B for left and right. You also have a jack, a 1/4-inch jack, a 1/4-inch jack on the B channel, and also binding posts, positive and negative, if you want to use those. So you have three methods of getting the sound out of the amplifier. Getting the sound into the amplifier is this section here. You can put in on 1/4-inch jack, or you can put in on phono RCA plugs. So those two are the inputs. You can go in with jack or RCA input. You have three options on the way in which the amplifier works, all explained in the instructions, and this depends on your system. You will notice this switch here. You can operate the amplifier in bridge mode, which sends the output from these two connectors here, or you can operate the amplifier in stereo mode by flicking that switch, which means A and B goes to A and B output on the back of the amplifier. This is a very good quality amplifier. This amplifier is made of steel, and it's what we call a 2U rack mountable amplifier, which means that you can actually slide it into a rack. It's very heavy because it's got a very good toroidal transformer in it. Unlike a lot of the digital amplifiers which don't contain toroidal transformers, these amplifiers are very, very good for fast response on bass, which makes the bass sound much tighter than you get from a digital amplifier. So yes, they're a little bit heavy, but you get it back in sound quality, in our opinion. The two lugs at the front bolt into the rack, so you just slide it straight into your rack and bolt it in, and there she is. And because the steel is so good, the whole weight of the amplifier is held on these lugs. This is the Powerline 1200, and this amplifier is made and brought to you by Bishopsound for Bishopsound products, but you can use it on anything. It's very reliable, comes with a 12-month guarantee, and is an excellent workhorse. You're looking at the Powerline 1200. Its older brother, the Powerline 2000, is a much beefier version of this amplifier. It'll give you 1000 watts a side, and that is very, very good for the sub basses and very, very good for the systems where you need lots more power. So here's the BSP7. Flick the page on the website and you'll see the BSP9. The features are absolutely identical, but the power is much stronger on the BSP9 compared to the BSP7.